Hey everybody, Renny Doyle, DTR of Air Force One. We've got a unique situation with our guest now, is that the fact that they're both on the team. So as you can tell, well, one's a little dirtier than the other.
I've been Swift today.
There you go. And then not only on the team, but they're sponsors. So guys, introduce yourself.
Jody Cedric, Zenware.
Rod Pusey from Zenware.
So how many years is this involved with the sponsorship and coming?
2 years.
Second year.
Second year.
Yeah.
So what takeaways? What's changed? Kind of anything impacted the way you view detailing from being involved in the project?
Oh, dude, total mad respect for detailers, especially that do bright work.
Right now, it's a little different, right?
Yeah. For me, it's literally the attention and the concern and the self-loathing that everybody puts into making something the way that they think it should be, which is perfection, right? Everybody's striving for that.
Right. Well, we're to a point where I've had a lot of people on the internet. Well, why aren't you doing it this way? Why aren't you doing it that way? This is 50-plus-year-old metal, almost 60 years old. It's 60 years old next year. And the fact that we can't go crazy on it, we went crazy 16 years ago and brought it back to its maximum potential. So everything on it's now, any patina that's on there, we want to kind of leave it alone, because not only are we just detailing a piece of history, we're preserving history. So again, you guys are both sponsors and teammates. So go ahead and tell us about your company, what you guys do for us detailers.
So our company is Zenware. We have a product called RoadFS, which is a mobile invoicing software that is perfectly designed for any detail company, from one guy to 50 guys on your team.
And not only detailing, you guys design software for a lot of industries.
Oh yes. Yeah, in fact, RoadFS can be used for PDR, wheel repair, the entire, any automotive niche.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, we do some other stuff as far as flight too. We do an application for the Department of Interior for their helicopter.
How cool is that?
We do a lot of very variety of things. So.
Well, you guys are obviously, you're part of the team. So what are some of the things that you've done so far this year? It's only day 2, but what are some of the things that you've done this year?
So I've been able to Swiffer out the B-17 and the 727, and also got to do the engine of the Air Force One.
So we're talking about Swiffering.
Yeah.
Some people might not know what that means.
Yeah, so basically it's a 20-foot pole, 15-foot pole that we put a bead maker on, and we wipe down the planes and not only clean them, but also preserve them.
That's it. So you've obviously doing some bright work.
I'm doing a little bright work, some aluminum. Looks like the 727 has been cut several years ago, and we're just going over that again, trying to even it out and make everything look the same.
So some history for those that are watching. This airplane, this is the first jet Air Force One. So this took the first U.S. president to ever fly in a jet happened in this airplane.
This one. Yep.
And it was President Eisenhower. Right behind that, Kennedy used this airplane. Right behind that, Johnson used this airplane. It was part of the Paris peace talks with Vietnam. It took, get this, the first lunar landing 50 years ago this year. Can you believe that? 50 years ago. It took those astronauts all on a world tour around the world when President Nixon ordered the plane to take them. So he ordered his Air Force One to get these guys up, take them all over the world to meet people of the world, because they're the first people to step foot onto the moon.
Yeah.
So not only are you guys detailing it, but you're preserving history. We just had some of the Boeing and museum big shots come in and kind of give us some praise for what we're doing. 16 years we've been doing this. So
and you know what, I want to interject there, because one of the things that really impacted me last year and this year as we were polishing Air Force One and the other planes was, as I thought about it, it just set in my heart that we were not only touching history, but preserving history. And that's what makes this event so cool, along with all of the people that we get to work with. I mean, it is awesome.
And the thing about it is and you mentioned something earlier at lunch, where we get to come back for generations. I mean, my grandkids will be like, my grandpa touched that plane.
That's exactly it.
And that's what's awesome about it, is just that you get to be a part of that. It's not just, doing your daily job. This is so far outside of your daily job, and it's fascinating and it's awesome at the same time.
Well, we're working on 17 other planes beside this one.
Yeah.
And we've got the United Airlines right here, which is one of the oldest. It's a one of a kind. You got the Concorde jet right here, a B-29, B-17, serial number 1. Guess what? The number 1, the first airplane in the 727s. You already mentioned that. That's what you were working on. 737, 747, and the number 3, 787. So we've got a lot of very, very unique planes. This one alone, I love to point something out. For those detailers that are watching this, is that, you know, be really proud that you're working on $1 million, you know, $500,000, $1 million sports cars, you know, hypercars and everything else. That landing gear right there, this aircraft, this vehicle is valued at, if it were going to market, $200 to $300 million.
Yeah. Yep.
So that landing gear right there is worth quite a bit more than pretty much any hypercar that's in the world.
Yeah.
And so, you know, it's not a bragging point. It's that we've been entrusted for 16 years. We've got sponsors and teammates like you that come up and partake. And I just can't thank you enough. So we'll go and break right there. You've told us about RoadFS and the company Zenware. We used to be, our kids used to go to school together. Back when we had a shop up in Idaho. We lived up there. Two of our four kids were born in Idaho. And these guys are a really reputable stand-up company. You know, none of us are perfect. I always tell people that I judge a company the first time I have a problem with them, how they take care of it. And I can tell you, anytime that we've had a little tiny hiccup, they take it very serious. Even the tiniest little blip is they're all over it. I think that shows the integrity of a company, because it's easy, right, to respond when everything's going good. Right? It's like when Evan comes out here and listens to the plane, we have a little bit, you know, okay, we can't figure this quite out. He knows that we're going to slow down. We're going to, what I call stop, drop, and roll. We're going to just slow down until we figure it out and fix it slowly. You guys are much the same way. And so we really appreciate having partners like you. So if you're looking for software for your detailing company, or really for any company, you got to check them out. So how do they reach out to you guys?
They can go either to Zenware.com or they can look at RoadFS.com. Either one of those, and they can get a hold of us.
And you can follow us on Zenware Inc., Instagram, RoadFS, all of the social medias. We're there. So
that's awesome. Well, thanks guys for coming in, and you gotta go get dirty some more. We gotta get him on some bright work before you leave.
I gotta go finish the B-17.
Yeah, man. Get out of here.
I'm cleaning all the crap off.
Oh, come on, get out of here. Get out of here. All right, guys. Happy detailing all.
See ya.